Welcome everyone. I am Dr. Akash Singh from National University Delhi. In my view, you have already gone through various modules of research methodology. Today, I'm going to discuss a very important topic under research methodology. My topic is it's the data processing. In this module, we will acquaint about various aspects of data processing under the topic which is very much essential to know for a researcher or academician. Under this topic, we will discuss steps to be followed during data processing, learning about various methods of classification, various methods of data processing, that is manual as well as computer based processing. Data processed may only be used for analyzing and comparing different responses received among target audiences. The data processing involves grouping of data in classes through condensation or summarization. The process of converting meaningful information is featured as data processing in a research. It starts with recording of all data in a single platform with a view to analyze, synthesize, evaluate, and storing of results. Basically, research is a rigorous process involving a number of steps, initially with formulation of problem, statement or hypothetical statement rather. Research involves field studies or case studies over a formulated problem with the help of questionnaire, observation and collected observation and responses from the target audience are collected as a raw data. Research process is very much based on the correct recording or collecting of data with the help of questionnaire or interview or personal observation. Basically, data collected in its original form have no meaning and cannot be utilized directly to correlate with the objective of the research. Research plan formulated at the beginning of research directly the path of processing of data in various scientific and statistical measures for making it meaningful. There are various steps in data processing. The role of data processing starts with the collection of data. The person involved in data processing must have a sound knowledge of rules and principles of questionnaire preparation for better understanding of raw data. All questionnaire observation sheets must be collected and put at a same platform for collective process. A number of steps are involved in data processing, like editing of raw data. After collecting the all information, we have to follow a number of steps like editing of raw data, recording of raw or edited data, coding of recorded data, sorting of coded data, classification of coded data, and transcriptions of data, tabulations and presentation of data, classification of data, analysis of data. In very first step, it's the editing of data collected. The very first action in data processing is the editing of data collected. Data is collected through various data collection methods. Data collected processing of data collected is to clean up or simplify data, to remove inconsistency and incompetenceness. The process of cleaning data for making it ready for analysis and comparing through cleaning process is called editing of data. Mr. Kumar in his book elucidated editing process emphasizes over rectifying the following questions researchers may forget to consider, like forget to ask question, forget to record a response, wrongly classify a response, write out only half response, or write illegibly. The process of editing flourishes the research process in various ways too. Researcher during editing compares the responses with object of the study. Editing is done to support tabulation of data for comparison, and editing process focuses on discarding of incorrect answers in the questionnaire. Researchers during editing process eliminate doubtful and inconsistent responses for standardization of research work. Editing process also involves changes of responses of questions eligible for another question in the questionnaire. After editing of raw data, it is recorded in a data sheet under the next step of the data processing. And the next step of the data processing is a recording of data. Data stands no meaning without recording in a prescribed form of media. In manual method of recording, editing data is stored or slips or paper schedules with different color of pen or pencil. Sharma in his book elaborated that the slips used for recording of data in manual recording are used as input medium for classifying and sorting of data received. He again indicates that if data is recorded in electronic media, devices like punch card, magnetic tape, floppy diskette, or compact disc are used for preserving data. Currently, a digital versatile disk, we call it DVD, are used for storing voluminous data in single disk. Researcher must take utmost care in recording of data for preventing data redundancy. In the next step of the research data processing is the coding of data. Coding of data recorded is a process of converting heterogeneous responses in meaningful categories compatible for evaluation and analysis of data to correlate with research plans. Coding refers to such process where number or symbols are assigned to each and every response, categorizing it in limited categories or classes, focusing on every easy way of analyzing of data. Kumar C. Rajkumar in 2008 classify coding process in two steps. He elaborates. First step is to particularize various categories or classes in which responses are to be classified. In second step, allocation of individual responses into different categories for combined evaluation. In the very next step of the data processing, sorting of data is then another step. Sorting of data notes arrangement of data in a required sequence on the basis of designated variables. Sorting is not a vast process but treated important while emphasize arrangement of related and relevant data in a group at a single place. Sorting of data on the basis of one variable based on research plan is done in this step of data processing. The next step is the classification of data. Research is primarily based on survey performed on a large scale of audience. There are large number of audience need to be reduced in homogeneous group for any meaningful analysis which require classification of data. Basically, classification of data is another step of data processing. Generally, classification of data is performed in case of huge volume of data received through questionnaire or a survey sheet. Under it, individual responses are categorized into groups and classed on the basis of certain characteristics. If a questionnaire asks the age of the respondent, the age of a respondent can be classified with age group, that is like 21 to 30 for reducing data redundancy. Class intervals or a group can be used under classification of data. The step in much suitable in case of huge number of responses. The importance of this step is to manage large number of responses in a frequency based comparison. Basically, classification of data rely on features or on quantitative characteristics like gender, age, nationality, capacity, and intelligence, etc.